Hi, I'm Darnell Cox with Live Young Lifestyle, and today we're talking about water. Why would I do an entire video based on water? Well, 75% of us are dehydrated and we don't even know it. But dehydration has negative effects on three major health issues: your healthy weight management, your immune system, and your brain. So because most of us are dehydrated, we've gotten so used to feeling like crap. And what do we do when we feel like crap? We reach for high carbs, high sugar, sometimes alcohol. We're trying to make ourselves feel better, not realizing that what our body is really needing is water. So in terms of healthy weight management, dehydration is making us reach for things that's adding weight. And if we just drank more water, it's expanding our stomach, it's satisfying that thirst, and it's causing us to eat less. So before I have any sort of meal, I always have a big glass of water because I want to make sure I'm not mistaking thirst for hunger. It's also important to be adequately hydrated because your immune system needs this water to be able to wash away the cellular debris and the damaged cells. And this usually happens at night. I'm not saying drink a bunch of water right before you go to bed because that will affect your sleep cycle, but especially at night, if you're adequately hydrated throughout the day, your immune system then rids itself of all of that damaged cells and cellular debris. And if it doesn't do that, if it doesn't have that adequate hydration, that damage can accumulate, affect your entire system, and lead to chronic disease. Dehydration also affects your brain health. Losing as little as 1% to 2% of your body's total water can cause your brain to shrink. I mean, that's kind of insane, but that's true. And this causes decreased cognitive functioning. So you ever have that kind of brain fog? That's your body telling you you need water. And if you're chronically dehydrated, you're increasing your risk of Alzheimer's and dementia. How can you tell if you're dehydrated? Well, the obvious things, you feel like you're thirsty, right? But sometimes our body mistakes those cues. So look for dry skin, dry lips, dry mouth, and then things that are not as obvious, like you're fatigued, you have brain fog, if you're a little bit irritable. And also if you're reaching for these high sugar, high carb substitutes to try to make you not feel like crap. Maybe you should be reaching for a glass of water instead. So one of the reasons why staying hydrated is so important, especially as we age, is that our brain begins to lose those thirst receptors. So they're not as sensitive, which is why dehydration is one of the leading causes of hospitalization among older people. And dehydration is so closely tied to memory that researchers don't have a conclusive evidence of which comes first, chronic dehydration or dementia. So could some of the memory issues of the elderly be caused from a lack of water? Yes. So now that you know how important water is for your weight control, for your immune system, for your brain, for your entire body, what do you do now? The old-fashioned rule is 8 ounces, 8 glasses a day. But people come in all different shapes and sizes, different activity levels, and different muscle to fat composition. So if you're more active, you're gonna need more water. If you're a larger person, you're gonna need more water. And if you have a higher muscle to fat concentration, you're also gonna need more water because muscle holds more water than fat. So in times of deprivation, muscle has that reserve there, but it also requires more water to maintain that. There's also the trick of drinking half of your weight in ounces. So if you weighed 120 pounds, you would drink 60 ounces of water. So when doing the half the body weight in ounces, at least you're getting the equation that includes the size of the individual as opposed to the 8-8 rule, but you still need to adjust based on your activity level and based on how much muscle mass that you have. So here are my top strategies to keep you optimally hydrated. Number 1, start the day off on the right foot. Most people, when they wake up, they grab that cup of coffee. Now listen, I have nothing against coffee. There's a lot of antioxidants in it, but it's really not the first thing you should be drinking in the morning. Coffee is a diuretic. So you've just gone the whole night without water. You don't want to dehydrate yourself more by grabbing a cup of coffee. Drink 2 large glasses of water before you do anything else. So 2 full 8-ounce glasses of water and then have your coffee. That's starting the day off on the right foot. Number 2, you can set a reminder on your phone. Now, I have reminders on my phone for movement. If I'm sitting down and I'm at the computer too long, I will set a timer for an hour that will have me get up and do some sort of exercise, but I also have the same kind of timer for water. So every time I get up, I'll do an exercise and I'll also drink a glass of water. So in an 8-hour working day, I know I've at least gotten in 8 glasses of water. Number 3, use water bottle reminders. Now, I don't sell this bottle, but I actually love this because it has your day from 8 in the morning to 1, and it's like a little motivational things as well. Get started, drink up, keep going, don't give up, almost there. And then you refill and start again at 2 until you get down to 7. So I try to stop drinking a ton of water at around 7 or 8, after dinner, because I don't want to wake up throughout the night and go to the bathroom. But this is a really good way, these kind of reminders, so that you know exactly how much you're drinking. So I don't sell this, but I will have a link in the bottom. I think I got this off of Amazon. I really do like this bottle, so I'll have that link for you down there. And if you like these videos, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe. Please hit that little alarm button so that when a new video drops, you get alerted, and share it with your friends as well. We all kind of need to stay hydrated. Number 4, start weight training. Now, I talked about earlier how muscle contains more water than fat. Fat cells only have 10% water, yet muscle fiber has 80% water. So if you want to protect yourself from dehydration in times of deprivation, start building muscle mass. Number 5, and the most important to me, is the before you do anything rule. So what that means is, if you've got a symptom, before you do anything, grab a glass of water. If you have a headache, drink a glass of water. If you're tired, drink a glass of water. If you're irritable, drink a glass of water. If you forgot where you put your keys, drink a glass of water. Anything that you're thinking like, oh, I don't feel right, drink a glass of water, because the chance that it's your body telling you that you're thirsty is pretty high. And if it's not, listen, at least you got your bases covered. So that's it. Knowing the signs of dehydration and creating healthy hydration habits, that's a really good way to live young.